Waxler's gaze had shifted from his finger to her face. The two of them shared the small smile of strangers. "You know what?" Waxler bent and straightened his finger. "I've never liked it much, this particular finger. It got slammed in a door when I was little, and ever since—" His lip drew up, revealing his teeth again, almost a wince. "It pains you? It doesn't hurt. It just feels like it doesn't belong." Pearl tapped a few commands into her screen and read what came back. The surgical procedure carries minimal risk of infection and 0 risk of mortality. Recovery time is negligible, a week, no more. And with a copy of your Apricity report, there, I've just sent that to you, HR, and your listed physician. Your employer has agreed to cover all relevant costs. Waxler's lip slid back down. No reason not to, then. No reason. He thought a moment more. Pearl waited, careful to keep her expression neutral until he nodded the go-ahead. When he did, she tapped in the last command and with a small burst of satisfaction crossed his name off her list. Melvin Waxler. Done. "I've also recommended that your work pod be reassigned to the eastern side of the building," she said, "near a window." "Thank you. That'll be nice." Pearl finished with the last prompt question, the one that would close the session and inch her closer to her quarterly bonus. "Mr. Waxler, would you say that you anticipate Apricity's recommendations will improve your overall life satisfaction?" This phrasing was from the updated training manual. The question used to be, will Apricity make you happier? But legal had decided that the word happier was problematic. "Seems like it could," Waxler said. "The finger thing might lower my typing speed." He shrugged. "But then there's more to life than typing speed." "So, yes?" "Sure. Yes." "Wonderful. Thank you for your time today." Mr. Waxler rose to go, but then, as if struck by an impulse, he stopped and reached out for the Apricity 480, which sat on the table between them. Pearl had just last week been outfitted with the new model, sleeker than the Apricity 470, and smaller, too, the size of a deck of cards. The machine had fluted edges and a light gray casing that reflected a subtle sheen, like the smoke inside a fortune-teller's ball. Waxler's hand hovered over it. "May I?" he said. At Pearl's nod, he tapped the edge of the Apricity with the tip of the finger now scheduled to be amputated in. Confirmations from both HR and the doctor's office had already arrived on Pearl's screen, a little over 2 weeks. Was it Pearl's imagination, or did Mr. Waxler already stand a bit taller, as if an invisible yoke had been lifted from his shoulders? Was the pink around his eyes and nose now matched by a healthy flush to the cheek? Waxler paused in the doorway. "Can I ask one more thing?" "Certainly." "Does it have to be tangerines, or will any citrus do?" Pearl had worked as a contentment technician for the Apricity Corporation's San Francisco office since 2026, 9 years. While her colleagues hopped to new job titles or startups, Pearl stayed on. Pearl liked staying on. This was how she'd lived her life. After graduating college, Pearl had stayed on at the first place that had hired her, working as a nocturnal executive assistant for brokers trading in the Asian markets. After having her son, she'd stayed on at home until he'd started school. After getting married to her college boyfriend, she'd stayed on as his wife until Elliot had an affair and left her. Pearl was fine where she was, that's all. She liked her work, sitting with customers who had purchased one of Apricity's 3-tiered contentment assessment packages, collecting their samples, and talking them through the results. Her current assignment was a typical one. The customer, the up-and-coming San Francisco marketing firm, Huzzah, had purchased Apricity's platinum package in the wake of an employee death, or, as Pearl's boss had put it, a very unmerry Christmas and